Alright. So, Gearbox V2 Interference just released. We're playing this right now. This mod contains firearms, blood, dark themes, and stuff taken from other mods and creators. If any of those bother you, click off. Now you can't blame me if you see what you don't want to see. :D. Also, please play Gearbox V1 Simple Re-Beginnings before this so you understand what's going on in the lore. I have, so off camera. If you only have a phone and can't scan QR codes, try searching for these apps. Maybe they'll help. I don't know. QR Bot, Neo Reader, or Casper's Guy's Secure Scanner. Alright. We got 4 bonuses. And the 4 extras and 2 bonuses. And we got 4 loops, it looks like. This is interesting. Let me check my... Okay, my camera and my cursor is on. That's good. And let's get started. Nice. It's a bit loud. Let me turn that down. There we go. Here's Boris. I just realized I have 8 polos here. Nice. Oh, it's the robot from the previous version. What is this? I recognize that sound. That's from FL Studio. What is that? Interesting. Alright. Daryl Thompson. Not sure how I feel about that one. That's this guy from the previous version. I forgot his name. I'm gonna remove that guy because that flashing could get kind of annoying and that's probably harmful to some people. Interesting. It's the robot. Why'd that guy flash white for a moment? What the hell? Alright, melodies. Interesting. This is cool. Why do they have a halo? I recognize that sound. It looked like a color box yellow, see? Oh, what the hell? Wow, okay. Something tells me that's not supposed to be like that because the melodies feel very pick and choose. Alright, voices. Rover. What are these, like speakers?
A beard and a vest. He is armed with a melton grenade and a pistol. Terminate him immediately. We cannot let him get further.
Tired of working every month for a paycheck not being given.
Is that Baggerhead?
All the hope of an actual life is sliced to ribbons. Been stuck for 7 years. Pain and torture is all I hear. Only active from fear.
We cannot
I
let
do
him get
anything I
further.
can to break out of here.
Tavish. I do like how Luke has like his own custom mouse. Like his own custom mouse sets that he occasionally uses. I think they're pretty neat. Speaking of Luke, there's the man himself. Now with a mask.
Now I'm stuck enslaved here with no point of escape. My workspace is a cell, got me feeling like a cage shape, but I can't leave cause reason got people fleeing, I'm now bleeding. Therefore either work is an all day slave or letting your head is better to stay port. The hell kind of concentration camp have I been put inside? They have me work with
that animation is very smooth.
I get shot and die. It looked like fun and games at the start just to let the true colors hide, but now I work to live knowing any day could be my final goodbye.
Very nice. Alright, now we got the bonuses. I'm guessing one beat, one effect, one melody, and one voice. Yeah. Alright, let's start with the beat. Oh, it's Christian. Makes sense, I guess. Luke is close friends with Christian. Hearing Christian not be 8-bit, like an 8-bit beat, though, sounds kind of weird to me. Alright, effect. Slayer from her curse box! Why is he an effect? Isn't he a melody and, sorry for the accidental scroll there. Isn't Slayer a melody and recursed? Alright, melody. Who are you? I don't recognize you at all. You sound weird. Bass looks pretty cool though. Alright, what's the voice? Oh, it's Purge from Black. Nope.
There are shadows in the
I
darkness
scrolled again.
searching for you in the forest. They will never stop until you're dead. They will always find you. Never sun and always moon. It's always midnight, never noon. It's always going to end with blackness. They will catch and grind you. There are shadows in the darkness searching for you in
I like
the
how
forest.
Luke
They will never stop
made
until
Purge
you're dead. They will always
an
find
image
you.
so that
Never
people
sun
just
and
can't get his
always moon. It's
SVG.
always
That's very
midnight,
clever.
never noon. It's always going to end with blackness. They will catch and grind you. There are shadows in the darkness searching for you in the forest. They will never stop until you're dead. They will always find you. Never sun and always moon. It's always midnight, never noon. It's always going to end with blackness. They will catch and grind you.
I can tell that remixes are enabled, so yeah. Alright, we also have the bonuses, like actual bonuses, not just extra sounds, even though we do have that. But we also got credits and character identities, so we're going to look at this first. Derek Wenderson. Derek loved drumming and wanted to get his own drum set, but wasn't able to afford any of it. He figured that he needed to get a job somewhere if he wants the money to finally get the full set he wanted. He unknowingly chose to work at Wrench Corp and is now stuck in the same hell everyone else is in. As work does, he discovered that his pencils could be used as drumsticks, and stomping the floor could be his kick. He just turned his desk into his own drum set, and he's at least happy of that. He occasionally practices basic beats before getting more advanced. The other workers don't mind hearing it. After all, it's better than having to hear someone get slaughtered by a machine at the back. What does this do? Oh, that closes it. Okay. Boris Kevinson. After that eviction notice and after his long drive to the building, Boris Kevinson furiously proceeds into the building, shooting every threat that could possibly be in his way. Even though there wasn't a whole lot of armed bots, the crowd wasn't enough to hold Boris back. During his journey to terrorize the headquarters, he does find quickly that a large majority of the human workers are trapped and enslaved, so he does them a few favors, such as saving them from near death and using one of the grenades on his belt to blow a hole into the wall that will let them escape. Eventually, Boris finds Daryl's office and wastes no time barging in, only to find out Daryl has been watching and waiting for him this whole time. Oh boy. D92. One of the three D92s was casually chilling at the building's fire exits, minding his own business and guarding the place like it's programmed to. But then Boris went out to the place and was about to get into the building without permission. The D92s guarded it, trying to confront the intruder and telling him to leave, but not only did that not work, the bot also ended up getting shot in the head and dying. Yeah, I could tell. Because the bots were outside, nobody even noticed that this bot was terminated, and was only made aware of Boris' existence when he got into the building. Bob Pletorn, remaining somehow. Bob Pletorn was caught slacking one too many times as was put into one of the contraptions Daryl built. This one is called the Hat Helmet. What it was supposed to do was clamp these two metal bolts together to squish Bob's head. But instead of killing Bob as Daryl hoped for, the machine just kind of bonked him on the head. Daryl tried to get the contraption to work, but all it kept doing was hitting the top of his head, not really crushing him. Daryl got tired of trying and decided to attach a heart monitor to it so he doesn't suffocate, let him live, and just warn him. He'll get put into something else if he slacks again. Oh, and now he has to wear the contraption every day. Carl McCriven. Like Bob, Carl slacked too much and was put into a contraption. Unlike Bob, he did not survive. Carl was an overall lazy guy who did half his task and thought it would be okay. It took the 8th strike of his laziness to end up like this. The contraption he has is the metal slider. Carl's head is stuffed into the iron helmet as a big screw impales each side of his head and gets hooked up to a machine that constantly moves it back and forth. Its contraption is a little bit messier than others as blood keeps splashing everywhere during the process of this contraption. Yeah, I can imagine. There's even blood coming from the main eye sockets. Eventually, Carl dies as indicated by the fact he suddenly stops screaming painfully. Daryl Thompson. Ever since Boris broke into the building, Daryl has been watching him and carefully eyeing his every move. The reason that he hasn't engaged in combat and simply patiently waited for him to arrive at his office. The reason is he wouldn't want to stare everything at him and be defenseless and easy to predict from running out of ideas. He just decides to let all the robot guards do all the work, and if they don't manage to take Boris down, he'll just do it himself without distractions. That's not how you spell distractions. Soon enough, Boris managed to fight off all the robot guards and find Daryl's office, but Daryl already knew this would happen. He had to check up his sleeve for those who managed what Boris did. I guess I'm not supposed to say who managed to do what Boris did, but he forgot to do. Xavier Queiroz. Panic attacks, sheer anxiety, insanity, all the fun stuff this man has been given just to cause a freak out in the middle of his task. One day he just suddenly snapped to use the rusty metal pipe he was supposed to assemble to go crazy on a murder spree. He targeted robots mostly and has managed to kill 8 armed robots before he gets tackled and put into another contraption. Except this might not really be considered a contraption, more of a torture method, but whatever. This one's called the Brain Purgatory. How it works is his head is wrapped in copper. It's wrapped in copper wire while it's rammed in a fishbowl full of water. Based on how copper wire reacts when touching water, Xavier here gets his head all fried up and electrocuted. He was doing so good. Oscar Kindle. Escaped. Ever since the gas leak incident that made him end up with this half-prosthetic head, he's been extra careful and avoidant of the gas pipes, even trying to find simpler tasks. He surely found that he could put stuff in boxes on a conveyor belt instead. It's much easier and less painful. A few hours later, he heard an explosion and found a bunch of workers sitting for a hole in the wall. It appears Boris has thrown a grenade on the wall, blowing a hole leading to the outside. Seeing this as an escape, Oscar goes for it and runs out. Because there was only so much workers to hold and contain, even while Boris was running around, Oscar managed to make it out flawlessly. Now he just has to hope people don't mind the fact that his head is all mechanical and different. Hunter Bale. He worked with his father in a family bakery that was pretty well known. And when he got the notice to shut down the bakery by Wrench Corp just for a new storage place, Hunter offered himself to work there so his family business could keep running as usual. Unfortunately, though, he picked this place. Luckily, he's only just assembling bullets and was assembling bullets and metal bits on a slow treadmill, so nothing that bad happened yet. Plus, his quiet and reserved nature and not bothering anyone has led him to work in peace. When Boris broke into the building, he lost focus watching him pass by and felt intrigued that someone was there to help the enslaved workers be free. Much like others, getting out of this dump is exactly what he wanted, so he decided to ditch his task and quietly follow where he saw Boris head last. Valley. After today's shift of being a robot maid, she explores back to go find Dylan while avoid being caught. As usual, Dylan was getting physically abused by other workers, but then the moment nobody paid attention to Dylan found a hiding spot that Valley was able to join them in comfort. It was a tough life for both of them, but suddenly, at this very day, that changed when Boris threw the grenade at the wall, blowing a big hole in it. Valley and Dylan took the opportunity. Rose West. When she was stacking boxes up in the warehouse earlier, a few heavy boxes may have fallen onto her, completely pinning her to the ground. As other workers saw this and tried to help her, they find that the boxes completely squished her stomach and everything below, leaving the rest remaining of her completely paralyzed. Later, help was attempted as she sucked up to the machine that works as her life support, trying to help her breathe and do the basic bodily functions she needs to survive, but the machine keeps malfunctioning and nobody knows what's wrong. 5 hours later, her heart finally gives out. She dies right there in the machine that's futilely trying to help her. D100. D100s are the factory's new and advanced armed guards, built as a way to not only protect Daryl himself and the other workers at Wrench Corp, but also to gun down any intruder and disobedient worker on site. There's hundreds of these all around the building inside. Boris encounters many of these guys and handles them in any way he possibly could with his handy-dandy pistol. Haley Lynn. Haley Lynn was the main singer of her popular band named Heaven's Gate, even having her own detachable halo on her head. But she was kicked out because the group was toxic towards her and replaced her with someone better. This eventually led to her becoming homeless, spending her time living with her friend. One night, she was watching TV when she came across an ad for Wrench Corp. With no money and as a last resort option, she quickly signed up for the job, thinking it would just be something simple. It turned out to be a living hell for her. She had also became friends with another worker named Hunter, whom she loves, cares for dearly. One day, her hand got caught in a machine and torn off. A fellow worker luckily had a spare prosthetic hand in the inventory, so her hand was replaced with that. Nowadays, she's usually singing along to Derek's pencil drumming, helping out with packages or just clowning off with Hunter whenever she can. Cody Soren. Cody was dropped on the head as a baby and was often bullied as a kid for being brain damaged. Growing up, his family went broke, so he decided to find a place to get money. Cody picked here. Because he had brain damage, he is often difficult to talk to and ended up angering some of his fellow workers with the things he had said and complained about. But it's all fine and forgivable since people are full aware that he's mentally disabled. It wasn't until he made fun of Daryl's eye after he got the prosthetic and wanted to make a joke of it. As much as it shouldn't set Daryl off, he was already infuriated from missing an eye, and Cody laughing at him was enough to make Daryl snap, so he commanded a death contraption on Cody. There's one called the screw arm. How it works is that Cody's arms and torso are trapped in a cylinder connected to this robot arm that attaches this machine on his head, which drills a screw into Cody's eyeball. Cody could not stop screaming and crying while the screw was drilling inside his eyeball. The machine ended up having so much of a vice grip on his skull that it accidentally popped out his other eyeball. To this day, he's dead and his corpse is just sitting there as the tiring machine has a few breaks during the process of drilling the screw into his eye. Dylan Heveros. The abuse towards Dylan was just getting worse. Now even a few workers that don't even know him is laughing at him. This worries Valley and makes her spend even more time comforting Dylan, trying her very best to help Dylan, let him know it's not his fault, it's all happening to him. Soon enough, luckily, Boris threw a grenade, blowing a hole in the wall that a group of workers managed to escape through without anyone or anything paying attention to them. This includes Valley and Dylan. After that, Dylan and Valley now live in a house together, far enough away from the place where nobody can harm Dylan anymore. Or at least Dylan got a good ending. Rover. Rover was pretty much still the same after all the chaos. Because Rover is a bot, not being sentient like Valley, it completely ignored the loud explosion caused by the grenade. It later finds a big hole in the wall and just didn't care. Rover literally just left the big hole alone, knowing it isn't his job to fix that. Rover just stays there being itself, at the very least cheering up the workers that haven't died or managed to escape yet. D77. An intercom loudspeaker Daryl uses to make announcements for everyone working in the building. Simply by changing a typed-out input and turning it into text-to-speech to make the announcement heard. At the time Boris broke in, the announcement has been made. Workers, guard bots, and worker bots have been made completely aware of Boris's existence. Here's Roberto. An old and tired wrench corp worker who's been here pretty much before than half of the other workers here. Despite her tired and worn-out nature, she does have constant anxiety and panic attacks whenever she's yelled at by Daryl or one of the armed guard robots, completely being from PTSD for her past time working here. She noticed the blown-up hole in the wall and tried to escape, but was joined right back in by a bot and was warned that if she tries that again, she's getting killed. She's stuck here and the panic attacks haven't gotten any less severe. Division Colores. After understanding why his friend Boris was furiously driving off, Tavish decided to pack his things, grab his shotgun, and drive off to help Boris, even if it's a long and bumpy drive. Tavish drives around the back of the building and calls a few of his Scottish pals to come and help, as well as informing them and drive around and entering from the back of the building, seeing as that the front is heavily occupied to get no slips coming from the back. In the meantime, he'll enter the building on his own and try his best to meet Boris there. Luke/Lukey. Luke was assigned to work with toxic waste and move vats of radioactive liquid from one place to another with his only safety gear being that mask. Better than nothing, at least. And it does work, but it still feels a little risky trusting just that mask. Unfortunately, Luke can't complain to anyone as he knows the last time someone did, the poor guy got executed. So there's no other option than to do his flawed duty. Does have character note. This time the lyrics aren't going to be in Disguise Lord Doc. If you want the lyrics, scroll down in the notes and credits. Alright. Did we get info on the bonuses? Yep. Christian, not canon. I also had nobody noticed he was actually someone's cameo when I put in Corrupt Box and not just a character. I mean, I did find that out eventually. But some people still think that he's just a Corrupt Box character. They even complained about it to me once. The only thing I added onto him was the whole arm stuff and the sounds. Christian Gamer Z himself made the design. Slayer. I didn't know this guy had a name until I was informed in Free Piece of Server. I guess I'm lucky I was informed in time. Okay, unnamed character. Allow me to yap for a bit. I was struggling so hard to find a good 150 BPM melody to put as a Gearbox V2 bonus, as Damn Straight Away was just resorting to a lock. I was this close to stooping that low until suddenly, down from the heavens came Zorbox V4. I finally found a mod with a good enough melody to use. The mod literally saved me from stooping as low as using the overused lock bonus trope. Oh, and I can't find this guy's name. Purge. You know what's funny? I was originally gonna use the old Purge. That is until Gearbox has been in production for so long. Colorbox Black got remade during that time, so I had to get the new one. Man, I really worked on my procrastination problem. Oh yeah, Baggerhead told me to bitmap him, so good luck getting the original sprite. You have unoriginal fucks. I'm guessing that goes back to Derek. Yeah. Alright. We also got credits, but we also got bonuses. I guess I'll look at the credits real quick. AK Luco 4 made the mod, made all the sound effects for voice 3 and bonuses 2 to 4. Made most of the sounds. Animate everyone but bonuses 2 and 4. Wrote the lore. Designed the background, bars, reset button, lore, etc. Made the bonus animations. Voice acted voice 5. Oh, this is Sek? I know Sek. I use his hair assets all the time. Helped a lot with lore. Helped with concepts. Examples being Melody and Voice 3. Melody 3 and Effect 4 are literally his characters. Oh, I did not know that. Manned Catafan, aka Divisions. Helped tweak a lot of sounds, designed Melodies 3 and 4, and I've added my own touches to Melody 4's design. Yeah, the final result looks a lot better. Miscellaneous credits. In Creditbox, Avidity Chubs, FL Studio, Beatbox, Max Infinity, Max Infinity, Half-Life 2, Ellis Cridlin, Christian Gamer Z, Hendrix Gamer 09, That One Guy 078, Free Peas, Parney's Duke is E852X. There was also someone who made Millie One's concept, but I refused to bring up her name because of controversies. Oh. You also got bonus credits. Yeah, sure, we'll view them, why not? GarageBand, what I use to make background music. iGun Pro 2, a mobile gun app I use for the gunfire sounds. Various other sounds I basically just got from YouTube videos, can't remember them all, or even any. aka Lookup 4 for D92 and Daryl Thompson. Krusty Big Mac for Tavish Flores. Alright. Now we got the bonuses. Alright, there's actual combinations.
Left side, I left it. With a 6 of 2 lights and with orange sun.
We are going to be making a mix by the end. Alright. I got my phone with me. I'm gonna scan these and then go back to my YouTube history so we can watch these. How long have I been recording for? 28 minutes. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. Scan QR code. Here it is. Alright. Open link. Alright. Scan the other one. Open that. Alright. I got them scanned. I will see you all in a moment. Alright, we are on YouTube. Let's see what we got. This one is called Blood Curdling Rush. This is the first bonus.
Sir, this door is for employees only.
I think Luke animated all of this on Scratch. Spoiler alert, I saw his progress on this on a Bad Guy Discord. Oh wow. It was pretty cool. Yeah, this is all made with Scratch. which is it's impressive. Oh, football reveal Boris. Yeah, there's another one of Luke's custom outfits. Your complaints do not matter. I like that detail. Meanwhile... Oh, it's Luke. Two T100s dying. Oh! Jesus. Okay, well, Luke's dead. Oh, here's the main place. There's a guy on the thing there, but I don't know who he is. CEO office, Daryl Thompson. Yeah, he's not there. Let me guess, Daryl's behind the door or something. Yeah. This doesn't mean Boris is dead. I didn't think so. We still got the second bonus to watch. Alright, let's go watch the second one. Alright, got the second bonus pulled up. This one is called Face to Half Face. Let's see what we got. Daryl's speaking, but I can't hear him.
There we go. Now you're awake. Don't even try it. Breaking out of those is pointless, even if you manage. Boris, you're persistent. I'll at least give you that. But what good is even any of it in this context? You're just one man, going against the whole company. I'm honestly surprised you made it this far. Now that we finally meet, you do look familiar. You must be one of my past interviewees, searching for a place in the weapons cell. But just too overqualified to be trusted. Back when I didn't have to make this their home. Never mind all that backstory talk, Boris. I'm not just gonna stand here monologuing for 2 hours. I don't even know why you're here, going on this little...
Why is Boris on Daryl's chair?
I'm just going to give you one last chance to give up and leave in one piece, Boris. We both know the effort is pointless. Wrench Corp is built to last forever.
I do like these custom side profiles for the polos.
Fine, Boris. Have it your way. Any words? Of course not.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. This is awesome.
gear. I need to be sent to the infirmary now.
Okay, I don't think Daryl's dead yet. Oh. I think Daryl's gonna escape. Yeah. Meanwhile. Oh, it's sunset now. Is Tavish and his gang gonna show up? Oh no, it's police sirens. Oh, wait, Scotland. Tavish! Oh, is he part of the police department? I must have forgotten that.
How close are you? Well, I might want to give you a heads up, lad. The front is too crowded by police cars. I suggest going around and taking the entrance in the back.
Okay. What is this? Oh, I remember this. Yeah, he's negative now.
We've only just begun, Boris.
See you in Gearbox means 3 Blooded Iron. Hell yeah. That was awesome. I loved that. That was such a good mod. Very good bonuses. Forgot to switch the scene there. Whoops. Yeah, very good bonuses. That was very well animated. I guess we'll just make our ending mix now. Keep accidentally scrolling. Oh, Christian is not synced. He does also get shit. No, he's just not synced. That sucks. Oh, verse?
But now I work to live knowing any day could be my time.
Did I miss this the first time?
Come down at this point, that's how much I've been stuck in this place. All the soldiers now rewarning, I'm living at the slowest pace. It's bringing me the wonder why I'm still trying to stay alive. And I know I'll be here forever, no matter how much I try to strive. From forth to the maddest, look how they was 4 degrees. A slave all day, I wish I quit, but the only state is don't think even worse that way. Trapped in this prison without any charges, held back by these AA guards. It's miserable here, nobody has heart, and we don't hold to spend like we started. Pain has come down at this point, that's how much I've been stuck in this place. All the soldiers now rewarning, I'm living at the slowest pace. It's bringing me the wonder why I'm still trying to stay alive. And I know I'll be here forever, no matter how much I try to strive. The hell kind of concentration camp if I've been put inside. They have me work with toxic boys while people live back and shot and die. It looked like fun and games at the start just to let the true colors hide. But now I work to live knowing any day could be my time goodbye.
Alright, that was Gearbox's V2 Interference by AK Lukeyboi. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. I thought the bonuses were fantastic. I got nothing else to say. Goodbye.